Once in a while, there will be a testimonial that shows up from a patient whom I have been working with for months, sometimes years, and in this case, quite a few months. And this person's testimonial is so touching to my heart because we have been working intimately with each other. There's been a lot of trust that this patient has shared with me. Um, and even though this is my 26th year in practice, I can tell you I read every testimonial, I attend to every testimonial, whether they're amazing or I fell short with the patient. That's as honest as I can be. Yelp, I put down on my website that I have been Yelped over 350 times. What happens, you'll see that 200 something are showing, 235 or 240 or something like that. What happens is if a person only has Yelped one, two, definitely less than 10 times, those Yelps tend to be deleted. So what I've done over the years is I've captured them, copied and pasted them on my website, or screenshot them, or did whatever I had to do to save them because people's words of generosity mean a lot to me. I am so grateful to share this with you because this means so much to me. Um, this is a woman, she named it uh, Life that we fixed her lifelong posture and shoulder dysfunction, restored healthy breathing and movement. In this case, upper cross syndrome and scapular dyskinesis. It is with complete honor that I give 150% focus on this one. It'll be on a platform all on its own because our work together has been nothing short of um, a lot of trust with each other. And I'll just tell you how long it's been since she started seeing me. Um, she started with me March 24, 2023, and it is now February 11, 2025. This is a hard-earned testimonial. For those of you who are in severe pain, and you have chronic pain and you want to really graduate, you want to be in a place where you can have your life back, this testimonial is something you might want to listen to. And to those of you who are new acupuncturists, I started practice in 1999 and I started studying in 1994. This medicine still astonishes me. So thank you for letting me share the intro. I didn't want to just go straight into it. I just really wanted you to know how much this testimony means to me. My name is Anna Dolopo. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and Chinese medicine. I am board certified and I'm a licensed acupuncturist. And here's the testimonial. This testimonial is by Lena. She wrote it and she posted it today. Fixed lifelong posture and shoulder dysfunction, restored healthy breathing and movement. I came to Dr. Anna with a long history of postural issues, also known as, she described it, of upper cross syndrome, and right shoulder movement dysfunction, or scapular dyskinesis. These problems worsened after pregnancy until push-ups became painful, yoga triggered acute shoulder injury, my breathing became shallow, and I developed rib cage and muscle spasms that wouldn't resolve for months. I felt twisted and asymmetrical, like my body was a collection of disconnected parts that no longer worked together. Movement and exercise have always been important to me. I've never been a couch potato. I've been a runner, yogi, CrossFit enthusiast, and strength trainer at different stages of my life. Even as a kid, I could knock out a set of 20 push-ups effortlessly. So losing that sense of ease and capability in my body was deeply frustrating. Before finding Dr. Anna, I worked with a physical therapist for 1.5 years, twice a month. I learned shoulder and posture rehab exercises and how chest breathing overuses accessory breathing muscles, leading to chronic tightness. While I gained a solid understanding of biomechanics and muscle compensations, I found it nearly impossible to retrain my body to move and breathe correctly. Incorrect movement patterns were automatically reinforced throughout the day, undoing my conscious efforts. When I developed rib pain that wouldn't go away, I decided to try acupuncture. My first experience was at a typical TCM clinic, but after a month of treatment, my rib pain and muscle spasms remained. That's when I found Dr. Anna, and my life hasn't been the same since. I initially sought help for rib pain, breathing, posture, and later shoulder movement. I committed to seeing Dr. Anna twice a week, and immediately I saw results. My rib pain was gone after just 2 sessions. I started breathing diaphragmatically without effort. My sleep improved. For the first time, I felt deep relaxation and chronic peace. As someone who spent most of my life in a fight or flight state, with anxiety as my norm, this felt entirely new and amazing. I experienced a deeper sense of joy and presence with my daughter. I also had a key emotional insight. Instead of worrying about what's wrong, I could focus on gratitude for what's right and live from that knowledge. As I continued treatment to address posture and shoulder movement dysfunction, I noticed profound structural changes happening without force. Dormant muscles started activating on their own. Chronically tight muscles relaxed without constantly stretching, and I developed an intuitive sense of what exercises to prioritize and how to modify them to avoid compensation. My body started fixing itself. It took time, acupuncture plus rehab training, but I eventually reached a level of freedom and movement that I had never experienced, even as a kid. Now both my shoulder blades move freely, pull-ups and push-ups feel completely balanced and pain-free, and I no longer have a hunched posture. I look and feel decades younger. Throughout this process, I kept my focus on concrete physical goals, pain-free push-ups, and gave Dr. Anna precise updates. But what surprised me was that as my body healed, so did my emotions. While my focus was on physical recovery, I gradually noticed major emotional shifts. I resolved a decade-old cycle of resentment and avoidance in my marriage. I overcame lifelong anxiety around advocating for myself and expressing disagreement. My baseline anxiety, which had defined most of my life, dropped by about 90%. Feelings of unworthiness transformed into gratitude, peace, and self-acceptance. Fear and indecisiveness gave way to clarity and confidence. Meeting Dr. Anna was a turning point in my life. I feel like I entered a parallel universe as a result of working with her. If you're dealing with chronic pain, movement dysfunction, postural issues, or even emotional patterns that seem impossible to change, I can't recommend Dr. Anna enough. She is a rare healer, and I will always be grateful for the profound impact she's had on my health, movement, and emotional well-being. So you can see why that testimonial um, really means a lot to me. Um, when if you're dealing with chronic pain, if you decide to hire me, I'll break down how we achieve those results. I have helped. Um, I've treated thousands and thousands of people for the last 26 years, and I've helped hundreds graduate from pain. At least when I say graduate, I mean 100% graduate. And I've helped hundreds more significantly improve. Significant improvement is 80 to 99% improvement. That's how I define it. I take pain very seriously. If you look me up online, you'll see Anna Dolopo, natural fertility. You'll see a lot of fertility stuff. You'll see a lot of things on libido, stuff like that, women's health, men's health, immune system. But when it comes to pain, this is definitely something that I especially have a special place in my heart for because my father had chronic pain when I was growing up, and I see what people go through, and I used to have chronic pain. Um, I really wanted to, I had every intention to do this video at my office today, but I'm sitting here and I just didn't want to go by another day without, I just received this testimonial today and it means so much to me. And I hope it means a lot to you. If you go to elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com, you'll see a testimonial just like it. If you go under, you'll see that my testimonials are under different categories. There's one very similar to it, and if you go to pain and you go to headache, elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com/headaches, you'll see in 2011 there was a similar testimonial, and that was with Gina. And as we get more proficient in our professions, especially as a healer, the cases get harder and harder. I hope you really got the gist of how much work we put in, Lena and I put in together. I'll let you read the one that Gina wrote. This was a very special testimonial, but I want to leave Lena's on its own because we worked really hard for that. I'm so proud of her for all of her improvements, and I'm grateful that I was able to be the chosen acupuncturist to help her. This was not, TCM's been around since around 1959. I did not do TCM balance. I did not do TCM acupuncture on her. I used balance method. I'm a direct student of the late Grandmaster Dr. Richard Tefutan. I'm gold level certified, and this was all balance method. None of the needles went to the area of pain. And I have a Graduate You from Pain program, and that's a very, very special program that I recently created because I want people to know how serious I am to help people graduate from pain. If you go to, text me at 619-341-4341, and I will send you here it is, elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com/graduate from pain, and you'll see our graduate from. It's exactly what it means. It's a 6-month program. It's really designed for 3 months, but I can get the job done ideally by at least 80. Graduate is 100% by 100, within 6 months. I want people to graduate, and if in that time frame you don't graduate, you'll feel at least 80 to 99% improvement. I want you to feel good. I graduated from chronic pain. I know you can graduate from chronic pain, but it's got to be consistent. Lena's work was not half baked. She was all in. So the types of patients that I look for are patients who are all in. With my other business, Natural Pregnancy and Fertility Specialists, there's a beautiful couple. They're in their 40s, and that was a 3-month program, and we got them pregnant in 2 months. And that story will be reserved with a video that we'll be doing specifically for natural pregnancy and fertility specialists. But that dad, who's in his 40s, said, Dr. Dolopo, when a person's all in, you really deliver. I want to deliver to people the results that are required, that they want. In order to provide those results, you have to put in the work, which means you have to show up. I hope this testimonial for you, especially if you're suffering from chronic pain and some structural issues, really gives you the insight of what acupuncture can do. I hear, and I've heard from my own master, that anatomical issues cannot be fixed. But in this particular case, I have to disagree. And I've seen that over and over with the work that I do with my patients. Sometimes structural changes can happen. I've seen it happen. And when it comes to neurological issues, some severe, musculoskeletal issues, I have seen acupuncture produce magic. I had a patient came in today, and I thanked the referral. Her name's Christina, and I contacted Christina. I said, thank you for referring, Stephanie to me. And she said, you do magic. And that's what we do here. We focus on miraculous things, miraculous things. So if you're interested in graduating from pain, go to elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com/graduate from pain. Or you can also just go to the pain area elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com/pain. You'll see a ton of testimonials. This is my third website. I really want to help a lot of people graduate from pain, severe chronic pain. You don't have to live with it. If you're an athlete, I've treated 5 Olympians, 4 of them gold medalists, 3 of them American gold medalists, and the 5th person was a bronze medalist. I help a lot of kids. I've helped a lot of kids get their scholarships. I myself have kids, and I help them. They compete, and I want their bodies well. And same thing with my husband and me. I want people to live pain-free. And so if you're at least 80+% improved and you are able to function in life, you know what I mean, how so important that is. All right, this is probably one of my longer testimonials, longer videos, but I really hope you get the gist of how much we want to graduate you from pain. All right, thank you for sharing. Take care.